Hi everyone, just thought I would show you a little tutorial of how to use a hanging thread system and how to put them on, how to get threads off, etc. So this will work for any hanging system, whether it's Annie's Keepers or printed thread drops or even cardboard ones for those who may be new to this. So the way to do it is get your thread, and you need it to be cut in the length that you want it to be usable for you. So this one is a Threadworks Fantasy Island skein that came in a 20-yard length. So you want to fold it in half, so you've got loops at one end, if I can get it, yep, in camera. So I'm holding on to the loop with my finger at the moment. And then you find your hole. You can either put it in from the bottom or from the top. I tend to go this way. And then loop it through. You want to put the tail through the loop. And then tighten it. I tend to find I like to have about my thumb be able to stick through the thread loops, and that allows me to be able to use the thread and pull the threads without it being overly too tight. If you have your threads, the little loop not too tight, you can end up breaking threads or putting strain on whatever thread drop you've got and tearing it or breaking it apart when you're pulling your threads. So normally I would use a needle, but a pair of scissors is what I'm using today, just because it is a little bit more visible. So you'll find a 6 strand, especially if you're wanting to use more than one thread, and you'll just use your scissors or a needle or something like that. You could even use your hands and nails, depending on how you go. And you just need to tug one individual little strand and just tug it slowly until you've got a nice little loop, and then you can do it by hand, and then you'll just tug that little loop so you can see it comes into a little bit of a tangle while you're doing it, and then it's fine. So then if you've got extra threads that you're going to loop back through, you just do exactly what you did with the larger one and just fold it in half, loop it through, and go through the loop, creating a knot essentially. And then to remove it, you can do exactly the same. So this will work for any sort of hanging threads, and if you need more than one thread to use for your piece, just keep track of what that 6 strand is and go back to that same 6 strand, especially if you're dealing with a variegated thread. If it's not variegated, then it doesn't matter which 6 strand you go with. And then I find I just track down which one it was that I tugged a little bit by tugging it further out, and then I just tug it back so it's all nice and neatly again. Though this one is not quite so. It's not wanting to work with me. There we go. And there we have it. That is how to do or use any of these hanging thread systems. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped for anyone thinking about using it. Alright, have a good afternoon. Bye!